Here, from the Sin and Forgiveness part of the Applied Catholic Theology paper, we have a very specific question. It's a 5-mark question about capital punishment. It's not just asking for Catholic teachings, it's very specifically asked for teachings from Pope John Paul II. You could get a similar one asking for teachings from St. Augustine, but for now, let's answer this question and I'll show you how to do it. 5 marks, I'm going to try and go for 2 specific teachings. Now, it's Evangelium Vitae is the document that we are talking about, so I want to make sure I've referenced that first. Pope John Paul II wrote in Evangelium Vitae that capital punishment should only be used in extreme cases. Capital punishment is the death penalty, if you're wondering. Capital punishment should only be used in extreme cases. Now, there are lots of views that we teach on the death penalty, on capital punishment, but this one is very specific, so that's all we're going to focus on here. If you want to see some others, check out some of our other videos. But here, in Evangelium Vitae, he says capital punishment should only be used in extreme cases. He wrote, and here's a direct quote, in cases of absolute necessity where it would not be possible to defend society. Now, that is not actually the exact quote. I've missed a tiny bit out. He actually said that it should be used in cases of absolute necessity, in other words, where it would not be possible to defend society. But this is okay. So now what that means today, what the teaching means, this means the death penalty should only be used if there's no other way to keep people safe. To keep people safe. And even then, it must be carefully considered. I'm going for a second point because I really want to consolidate my answer, and he did write some other bits that lead on from this. Pope John Paul II also taught non-violent punishments. This is in the same document. Are preferable for human dignity. What he actually did, as I'm going to say, is he quoted the Catechism saying, and this is one you should try and learn, public authority, when bloodless means are sufficient, public authority should limit itself to such means. So he said if bloodless means are sufficient, public authority should limit itself to such means. He said because they better correspond to the dignity of the person. So this shows, again, linking it back to today, using non-lethal punishments are more respectful and better for society. When modern systems can protect without killing. So 2 points made from Pope John Paul II's teaching on capital punishment, which came from Evangelium Vitae. He said it should only be used in extreme cases where it would not be possible to defend society. And he also taught that non-violent punishments, bloodless means, are sufficient, and where they are sufficient, we should limit ourselves to those. 5-mark question on a very specific source of wisdom for capital punishment. There are more. We've got St. Augustine, Pope Francis, the Bible. You know there are so many of them that we need to know. But for now, that is Pope St. John Paul and his teachings on capital punishment.